Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. So this is the first time the new Silverado has been in this garage, and I'm curious to see how it's going to fit once I put the new lift kit on it, which is coming next week, and the new wheels and tires. Although the lift kit's coming first and the wheels and tires are coming about a week later. So we're going to have a lift kit on some stock wheels and tires for a minute, which should be rather interesting. But nonetheless, hopefully it still fits in this garage with the lift kit and new wheels and tires. But for right now, I want to go ahead and do a couple of things, sort of like a new truck prep. For one, I have to remove that sticker that's on the driver's side window that they put inside that I don't even know what this one says, but we're gonna remove that. Then I want to move on to wrapping the front bow tie. Now, generously, the RST package comes with a black bow tie here in the front. I think it looks good. It also has a black bow tie on the steering wheel and the wheels. I think the black bow tie looks nice, but the jumbo woodland camo would look just a little bit better. So first and foremost, I'm gonna go ahead and remove that sticker off the driver's side window, then move on to wrapping the front bow tie in the jumbo woodland camo. Alrighty, so this should come off pretty easy. The truck has been outside for the last couple of hours and it's kind of warm out. So far so good. Boom. Alrighty, so same deal, microfiber towel and some isopropyl alcohol. Wipe the surface down and of course the surrounding area, because wrap is very static, so it'll bring in all that dust and dirt and pollen, whatever's around it. So it's good to wipe down the area around it, and just like that, we are ready for some jumbo woodland camo. So sick. We're not doing the best job of breaking this thing in. It's only got 93 miles on it, and I've owned this truck for 7 days now, so it's definitely been parked more than it's been driven. Mainly because I've been driving the Ram more lately, being that this truck's just so stock. And as much as I love the way it sits right now, it just doesn't quite feel like mine yet. So I'm waiting to get some mods done to it, and then we'll definitely drive this thing a little more often. But in the meantime, we're keeping it clean. That way when I take it in for the lift kit, the wheels, the tires, the tint, all the stuff I'm doing to it that someone else is handling for me, the leather interior, everything is nice and clean. So we're keeping the mileage low for now, but when the mods come, we're definitely driving this thing a lot more often. So, yep. Alrighty, so we're gonna do a little bit of testing today on this 400 watt, 120 volt, 3-prong power outlet supply back here in the bed of the Silverado. So I brought a couple tools with me today. There's a few things in the cab of the truck as well. Out here we have a work light, a shop vac, and a pressure washer at 1600 PSI. Now my guess is the work lights will work no problem, because there's something like probably 80 watts combined if I had to guess. The pressure washer, I really have no idea, as well as the shop vac, I have no idea either. But I'm imagining those two right there are probably not gonna work back here, but again, I don't know. We're gonna try it, and then we'll move on to what's inside the cab of the truck. But first and foremost, let's try the work light. So for that to work back there, the truck has to be on, and then we hit this button right here, and then the green light turns on. That means we have power to the rear. All right. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we have lights. Let's see if it says up here. Yeah, 120 volt, 2 at 20 watts. Wow. So each one of these lights is only 10 watts. Crazy. So we can power 40 of those lights right there. This right here is a pressure washer. I don't have the hose attachments for it, but I have the motor. So we'll see if it powers on. If it does, this is pretty amazing. Nope. Be right back. I'm gonna move to the shade real quick because it is hot. Alrighty, so it was pretty evident that the shop vac and the pressure washer was not going to work with the power supplied here in the back of the Silverado, but had to try it anyways. Now we have a couple more things in the cab of the truck. I'm gonna grab those out. Those should work. They should, but we'll see. Wow, look at that. We have a cup holder and everything. Cheers, boys. Welcome to the Silverado juice bar. Cheers. All right, so we have our juice, but what's a good juice without a little entertainment too? All right, let's see if we have some power to the TV.
Power on.
No way. Let's go. And just like that, we have smoothies and entertainment compliments of the Silverado juice bar. Now imagine this. Now this TV is not that fancy. It doesn't have the smart TV capabilities, but imagine you do and use your phone for hotspot to get Wi-Fi to your TV. You can have a Netflix party in the bed of your Silverado with smoothies. It does not get better than this. How sick is this? You can't do mobile detailing, I guess, but you can have parties. Sheesh, a bow tie on the Silverado looking right. That looks so sick. Take some photos of the truck for the gram. If you guys haven't already, follow me on Instagram at Mark_Brenner. So GM recently dropped the bomb on us, announcing an all-electric version of the Silverado. What? Back in January of 2020, GM invested like $2.2 billion into their main factory in Detroit, which is now called Factory Zero, meaning zero emission. GM also announced the comeback of the Hummer truck and the Hummer SUV, which the truck they're claiming to be the most off-road capable truck on the market. That right there is a pretty bold statement, I must say. The president of GM himself said, and I quote, "and I will back it up." So yes, GM announced an all-electric Silverado, which is pretty crazy to think about. The transition of everything going from combustion to electric, which GM plans to do by 2035. I saw the pictures of the Hummer truck, the Hummer SUV, that's all electric. I think it looks really cool. In fact, you can purchase it right now on pre-order for $100. You can get yourself a pre-order and be first in line for the Hummer trucks that are all electric. They started, I think, somewhere around 70 or 80 grand and go up to like 100 and something. So they're pretty up there in price. I wouldn't do the first batch of orders simply because the market hasn't determined exactly what those things are worth as far as resale goes. And from what I've seen so far in the electric car world, they resell really bad. So I personally am not going to join the hype wagon and pay way more than I should for the new electric GM truck until someone sells it used, and we can go from there. So GM is claiming that the new Silverado, the all-electric Silverado that is being redesigned from the ground up, it's not an electric version of the current Silverado. This is redesigned inside and out, bumper to bumper, top to bottom. Everything is redesigned on the new electric Silverado. It is going to have a 400-mile range on a single charge. It's pretty impressive. GM also said they're going to offer multiple configurations and lots of options in the new electric Silverado and the Hummers, which I think is very important because in the electric car world and the truck world, it's very important to have options available, especially when you combine the two. Definitely important. So GM's plant out in Detroit, which is now called Factory Zero, opened up in 1985. It's produced over 4 million cars and trucks since then, and we get to witness the transition from combustion to all electric. This is a crazy time. So President Biden recently proposed a $174 billion budget towards winning the EV market, which means offering incentives and bonuses to buyers that purchase EVs and building 500,000 charging stations by 2030. Now, if that goes through, that will make US the leader in the EV market. I'll be honest though, the Hummer EV doesn't look that bad, and these stats are pretty impressive. Up to 830 horsepower, 35-inch tires, and engineered to fit 37s, hands-free driving, 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds, 11,500 pound-feet of torque. So GM is expecting production to begin in fall of this year, and you can reserve them right now for $100. How do you guys feel about the transition from GM to go all electric by 2035? No more of our beloved combustion V8s, the 5.3s, the 6.2s, the turbos, the diesels, all that is gone with the wind. Everything is replaced with a battery. How do you guys feel about that? Stay tuned because the lift kit is showing up this weekend for the Silverado, and then we're going down to the shop mid next week to have it installed. But that is all I have for you guys today. As always, hope you guys enjoyed. I will catch you guys on the next one. Till then, peace out.